I just don't want it to seem staged. I want it to seem authentic. I want people to know that I'm sincerely sharing my story.
Any comment about that? Audra Tippett refused to answer our questions about her tax preparation business as Department of Revenue investigators walked her away in handcuffs, and she had nothing to say about allegations.
Something that is, it wasn't TV, you know, it was real life.
They say you were not paying that sales tax to the state. Do you have any comment on that? They say it's over $76,000.
There's 5 parts to the story, basically. What happened, and we're gonna talk about that today. How it happened, and I think we're gonna talk about how it happened and what happened today. When it happened, who caused it to happen, and then what happened to me. Hi, this is Audra Sinette with Cooking Couture Atlanta and Audra Speaks Live. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Please subscribe, share, and comment, please. I appreciate you tuning in to my story, my truth, and my turn. It's my turn to tell this story. Okay, so I'm Audra Sinette. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri. I came to Atlanta, Georgia with all these big dreams, and I mean, they got fulfilled. I was in Mary Kay Cosmetics, won 2 pink Cadillacs with Mary Kay. I started a tax and accounting service, and so I had been doing that for 15 to 17 years, something like that, up until April 15th, because that's the day I'm bringing you, I'm fast forwarding you up to April 15th, 2015. And that's where this story is going to start. The day, April 15th. I'm sorry. Okay. I have to get back when I get into the April 15th zone. April 15th, 2015 at 9:05. Operation Cake Lady. All of my locations were seized by the IRS, the Georgia Department of Revenue, ATF, and DEA, which I never understood. They are so dramatic. That was like so ridiculous and unnecessary. So we, I was out running errands, and some reason I got like this hair up my ass that morning. I was really up and out early, running errands, paying bills. That's so funny. That was like the spirit telling me to go. At like 9:05 or whatever, when they came and executed the seizure, they hit everything all at the same time, seized all of my accounts, and they went into the tax office, went into the bakery. They did everything all at one time. And I just happened, I had everything on my cell phone. All of the locations had cameras everywhere, and they were all on my cell phone. And I remember getting into my car, and I looked down at the cell phone, and I was just like, oh my God. Like my heart totally dropped. I was not there when it happened. I've heard all kinds of stories about what happened that day, but I was not there. And I looked, and then I started getting phone calls. And I will never forget a phone call I got from somebody that I really loved and respected, and I haven't heard from her since. And her mother, she had referred her mother, and she finally, after years, got her mother to come to me, to come to somebody different, because they always go to the same person, people. And I remember hearing her voice, and she was screaming, what is going on? People are there with machine guns, and my mother is so scared. I think my mother is going to have a heart attack. Oh my God, what is going on? And I felt so bad because her mother was in the lobby when they came in, and they came in with all these machine guns and all of this and cameras, and it just scared her mother to death. And I felt horrible about that. I can still hear her voice on my phone. That's the one thing that I've never shared with anybody, but why would I share that with anybody? That's the thing that I think about the most, is Michelle's mom. And I just so hope she's okay. I just want to apologize to everybody that was there that day. I want to apologize to everybody that was in the bakery that day that happened, and it's terrifying. I called both locations, and my employees answered the phone, and they act like they didn't know who I was, and I appreciate that. And at both locations, they had come up with something to say, and they said it, and they were like, "Just don't come here." They kept saying, "Don't come here. We're not open. Don't come here." And those two people I spoke with know who they are, and I thank them for that. The reason why the paperwork says that I was seized, why what happened on April 15th, 2015. It said that my business, Cake Cafe, bakery, confectionery, we had candies and all kind of stuff, popcorn, and we were collecting sales tax. That's the 7% sales tax on everything, that we were collecting it, and we were not turning it over to the state of Georgia. So the ATF was there. I don't really understand the whole DEA thing, but a couple times we've had incidents where someone reported, suspected that the lines at the bakery were so long because I was selling something other than cakes, cobbler's pies, brownies, popcorn. It was that caramel cake, honey, and it's on its way back. It had people lined up, and they would say it was crack cake. And I had a couple instances with the DEA, you guys, because you called it crack cake. They were doing my reporting and doing my reports as if the money that I collected from food stamps was cash. Say we made $100,000 in a year. I would say 60 or 70. You would say 70 or 80, but I say 60 or $70,000 of that 100,000 was food stamps. It had grown to that. I mean, always about the bakery. It was never about the tax office. Everything that went down was about sales tax for the bakery. Nothing with the tax office. I can still do taxes now. I haven't been, so they audited like 10,000 tax returns that I did. And I got a $1,500 fine. They found something wrong with 3 of them. They were lying to me. Okay, so the reason why I went, because they said, if you don't come, they said, if you don't come, we're going to arrest you on TV and put you in handcuffs. But if you come and meet us at your location, we just want to talk. We just got to ask you some questions. And I said, can we meet at my attorney's office? And they were late. They were stalling. They were just trying to get the cameras there. They was just making up questions, I think. But they was asking me a lot of stuff. They asked me a lot of questions. And then it was like, okay. And I'm just like, well, okay. Can I go? And they were like, no, you're under arrest. And I was the first person in the state of Georgia to ever be arrested for that. They didn't even have a number or official title and code for it. Said I was under arrest, and I was like, but I thought. Then he just started grabbing. He was a real tall guy, and he started grabbing me, and then as soon as we came out the attorney's office, I seen the camera, or they walked me down the hall, and I was like, wow. And then I was thinking, at least I ain't on camera. As soon as I got out the door, they was just sitting there the whole time, because they were leaving out, talking on the phone, seeing how far she was. It was all about get me on camera. They had to get me on camera. That was the thing. When they questioned some of my employees for like hours. They kept asking this one employee, why did she do it? She didn't understand the question. They said, why was she helping people get back so much money? Because when they looked at the files, I was only charging people $300-400. They thought I was getting thousands or half the return, or they were looking for the gimmick. They was looking for what did she do? Did she lie to you? Did she trick you? Did she make you do this? You know what I mean? I had everybody's IDs. I worked for people. I honestly and truly thought I was just helping people. I wanted to help people.
You were helping people.
I helped people a lot.
You did.
And
at your own expense.
I did, at my own expense.
You did.
I really helped them. I really fucking cared about people.
You did.
I was paying people's mortgages and helping them not lose their houses. And people would, sometimes they would get their money and then they'd come back and pay me back the money they owe me. I really cared about them. I would stay there working day and night until I just fell out. They interviewed a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people said she really helped people. So many people. It was people that said stupid shit, of course. But so many people said she was a nice lady. And she helped us. And I was just sitting there numb. And he turned around and he said, "You not gonna cry? You not crying?" And I said, "I didn't do anything." He said, "Yeah, that's what y'all say." He said, "But if you did it legally, you could do it again. We had to slow you down, stop you from making all this money." And I was just like, looking around like, nobody hears this. This is just my word against his. And he said, "You know, black people believe everything they see on TV." And he started laughing. And so I was laying back, my head back, and this girl in the cell was like, "Excuse me, excuse me. Do I know you? You look familiar to me." And I was just like, I just shook my head no and just kept looking up at the sky. And then I heard our commercial come on the TV. And everybody looked, and I looked at the commercial. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me right now? The judge was there because she was very puzzled about, she didn't know what it was. And she didn't know how much to charge or anything. She looked over it. She said, "I'm unfamiliar." She was flipped. She wasn't, I didn't feel any animosity towards me, but she was just like, "What is this?" And she said, he was like, "Oh, we've done all we needed to do. They just needed to bring me in, arrest me so everybody could see." And she said, she said, "Well, paperwork charged $12. She said, "Would you happen to have $12 on you?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." And she said, "Okay, so can you sign yourself out with $12? I said, "Yes." She said, "Okay, she's free to go." And he was like, "Okay." And he laughed and walked out. The same one that was getting smart in the truck. He walked out, and I never seen him again. I made all of that. That didn't make me. I'm Audra Sinette, baby. I am, what? All of this is me. You can't stop me. So what you did was you made me more deadly, because you made me more courageous, more strong. I am willing to stand up and be unapologetically Audra.